I just might be in your hood.
Fuck out of here, man. You dumbass niggas. You niggas is silly out here trying to look cute and shit, man.
I
Don't
just
play,
might
man.
be
This shit's
in your
serious, bro. Niggas wanna come and talk to me about all this dumb shit. Nigga ain't trying to...
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Little fella checking in, man. Out here currently riding. About to deliver this load. Sit here and make this video about dealing with dispatchers, load planners, and home time. And I even got an interesting story to tell y'all too. What's going on? Okay, finally got to the shipper or the customer. Sorry. Oh man. So, anyways, dispatchers, load planners, and home time. Well, start with this company here. Orientation, you'll start off with the dispatcher that is in charge of just new drivers specifically, and you will run with that dispatcher for, I believe, 30 to 90 days before you assign a permanent dispatcher. So the dispatcher you start off with more than likely ain't gonna be the one you're gonna stay with. So keep that in mind. Your loads will be pre-planned for you. Be really cake easy. Oops, cake easy until you get your final dispatcher. Now, your dispatcher, even though it's a dispatcher, your dispatcher is not your load planner. There's two separate people, two separate jobs. Now, if you want a specific load or you want to go somewhere, you can tell your dispatcher, but your dispatcher is going to tell the planner. All a dispatcher is at this company is just the middle person. I ain't going to say a middleman because my dispatcher is a woman. So, middle person. So you can sit there and tell them wherever you need. They'll do the best they can to help you out with that. At least I know mine does. Now the planners, you'll never talk to. I ain't gonna say never say never, but it's really quite unusual to talk directly to a planner. If you ever talk directly to a planner, your best chance of doing that is on a weekend, or if they're short-staffed or something, but usually you won't. Reason why, I still don't know until this day, because they're the ones that find the loads. They know where everything's going. They got all the information and detail, the specifics. I will show you an example of the PeopleNet system and how they use it and how it works here in this video. So bear with me. But I'll tell you an interesting story. Let me get back in the truck. All right, back in the truck. So, man. The story was one fateful weekend. And this is the thing, I communicate through email with my dispatcher, and I recommend you do as well. And the reason being is for a lot of reasons. The PeopleNet doesn't, retains messages. It's kind of hard to forward messages off of PeopleNet. I've never done it, but I like to email dispatchers, my dispatchers, or anybody, safety, whomever, because one, to know that I sent an email wherever it is, whether it's a DOT inspection or a reimbursement or something you said or something that needs to be done, whatever. It's going to be in the email. It's going to be detailed, and you can always come back to it. So this was month and a half ago. I'm just getting word back about it today. I mean, my dispatcher, I had a couple of, face-to-faces with her, and she said she's gonna, talk to management about it and this and that, and she hasn't forgotten or whatever. So she finally heard back from them. I have not talked to her about what the result was, but she told me I wasn't gonna like what I was gonna hear. So let's just say, ain't shit gonna change. I ain't getting paid nothing. Planners can do what they want. They're the ultimate superpower of, this company, my opinion. So whatever the case is, we can't talk to them, but planners can always talk to us, and I'll get back to that in a second. So I sent her an email, not word from word, just basically saying, hey, I'm gonna be in this location this weekend at the terminal. Make sure you got me something scheduled for the weekend, right? So Friday, it was on a Friday, she pre-planned me on a load that I wanted to take, and I did. What happened was, during that weekend, somebody changed something. Once you accept the load, that doesn't change unless the load was canceled or you agreed to switch with somebody, which is something I rarely do, and that does happen every now and again. They might ask you to swap somebody or repower somebody's load, and that might happen maybe 10% of the time you're driving, or 10% of the year, maybe. I don't know, it's rare. I've done a few repowers myself. So I got a phone call Saturday, somewhere in the middle of Saturday, because I wasn't going to take off that load till Sunday because it delivered Monday, 500 miles away. I got a call Saturday saying from customer service or a load planner from a different center. They got load planners mainly at the headquarters. So I'm out of Texas. Well, my dispatcher's out of Texas. So I get a call from the headquarters saying, hey man, what time are you gonna be able to pick up that load? I said, pick it up. I said, it's already at the yard. I'm sitting right in front of it. And I literally was sitting right in front of it. I already had the trailer number and everything, and I looked at it and it was loaded. The paperwork was sitting right there. And it's like, no, your load picks up 45 miles away from there. I said, no, it doesn't. It's sitting right in front of me. They said, the load going to Minnesota? I said, my load isn't going to Minnesota. It's going to Kansas. They said, no, in here it says you accepted the load to go to Minnesota. I said, nope, I couldn't have. And I didn't know anything about that load. I was actually out of the truck that day. I was doing something completely different. That's why I'm sitting here like, what is he talking about? And then since I said I didn't want it, I said I didn't accept the load. I don't want the load. I want the load that I accepted, the one I was already planned up to do, because I had a certain thing going on with that load in that location where I was taking it to. I was taking care of something. And what happened was the planner, I'm gonna leave his name nameless right now. Planner, he gonna sit there and take the load off of me and then put a different load on me. I get no contact from no weekend dispatcher or anything about, hey, you want to switch, you want to do this load instead. No, I didn't get none of those phone calls. I'm completely doing something completely different, enjoying my day off, whatever. So when I told them I didn't want the plan, I want my original plan back, they're going to try to sell me the load. Oh man, it's a real good plan. It delivered this something, we'll back you up to go somewhere else, and blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that because I didn't have to do all this. I got my plan, I want to go over there, So I said, man, transfer me to my terminal so I could talk to whomever. So he transferred me to my terminal, whatever the case was. I pick up the phone, the planner don't want to talk to me. I actually talked to somebody else, and I was like, yeah, I don't know where this load came from, I don't want it, give me my original load back. So they took that load off of me, put my original load back on me, right? Cool. 2 hours go by, I look at my app on the phone like I told you about in the previous video, and it was taken off of me again, and the same load was offered back to me again. The reason why I know that is because the out of truck macro called me and it said load offer. I'm like, why am I getting a load offer 2 hours later? I said he should have just put it back on me. That's the same load going to Minnesota. I'm like, what did I get? You know what I'm saying? So I called back my terminal and said, hey man, I don't know why I got this load back. I told you I wanted my original load. He said, I put it back on you. I said that same load planner took it back off you, put that one back on you. I told him, I said, and you know, when anybody takes a load off of you, they have a note section and they usually explain why you didn't want the load. So usually the common response is does not want. So I be specific, does not want Minnesota, does not want Texas, does not want whatever. I get real specific. I say that's why I want my notes. So why you put the same load back on me for? I don't want that load. Give me my load back. So he put the load back on me. I said, put the load back on me in dispatch. I'm gonna get a jump on it. I swear, as fast as he put the load on me, not even 10 seconds later, planner took it right back off of me again. I said, what the heck is this planner's deal? Really? You know, I called back and I talked to a different person. He said, oh, that planner's refusing to talk to you. How are you gonna refuse to talk to me, but he keep doing stuff to my truck, my load? Why? How he's doing all this stuff and he's refusing to talk to me? What kind of stuff is that? You know? Whatever the case is, so he said, I don't know what's going on. He said, I don't want to be in the middle of it, you know, and I respect that. You know, cool, whatever, I don't know. So basically, I sent an email to my dispatcher while all this is happening over the weekend. So when she come in Monday, she's sending all these emails, what the hell is going on, blah, blah, blah. So I said, yeah, I need to look into this, see what the hell going on, because that planner fucked my money up the whole weekend because I didn't get nothing, you know? And I felt like that was kind of a little grudge or a despite or whatever because I didn't want to do what they wanted me to do. I'm an owner-operator. You know, I don't have to do any load. I can turn down anything I want to. You know, even as a lease purchase driver, I can still turn down anything I want to. You know, I don't know about company drivers. So, you know, that's the situation in that. I got different loads. I got moving, but I stayed up with my dispatcher. A lot of drivers say, oh man, you might as well let that go. LIG, let it go. I don't let shit go. When you fuck my money up and refuse to talk to me, that is disrespect. That's all kind of disrespect. You know, because I bust my ass out here working and, you know, somebody do something like that to me and refuse to talk to me like I'm some peon or something like that. I don't feel it at all. Now, I'm going to hear back about it later, but it's something I want to hear. But I just want to tell y'all that story real quick. So, now, back to the home time and stuff like that. So, you see my hair. You see my beard. You know what I'm saying? I do like my beard. But I usually maintain it every month. The reason why I look like this is because I haven't been home in 2 months. I've been on the road 2 months straight and dealt with all kinds of stuff. And I put my home time in, and that's what you do in these PeopleNet systems. You put your home time in, and they're supposed to get you that direction or going that way, whatever, by the time set. And I will show you that. Okay, now, so I'm going to show you a few things about this PeopleNet. It's old. Mine is Velcroed. Yeah, they usually attach it to your dash, but I don't like nothing attached to the dash of my truck, screw holes and all that. So mine's just Velcroed. But anyways, you got your duty status, updates, e-driver logs, hotkeys, inbox, roadside, workflow, settings, create form, default home. Okay. Now, workflow is usually your loads you're currently on, what you do. I'm not really going to click on stuff because it's got information in it, so generally just giving you the out thing of it, but I'm showing you about the home time. So you got hotkeys. You hit hotkeys. That's you got your breakdowns. You ever get broke down anywhere, blow a tire like me when I got out of service, you hit this button, get detention, you can get some money for being broke down. Freeform is a lot of back roads, everything you can think of from, you know, loaded calls, empty calls, dispatcher, emergency, roadside, whatever you need. Ready time change. That's if you know you're gonna be somewhere tomorrow at 8 o'clock, but now you're gonna be there at 11, and you gotta give them a reason why. You know, you need directions. They'll send you that. I never used it, but I know some people who might try. Fill and route requests. Self-explanatory. Out of truck macros, the one I told y'all about before. If you leave this set all the time, you will always get a phone call from Dart automated system when you do get pre-plans in, whether you're in the truck, out of truck, sleep, awake, shitting, fucking, whatever you're doing. Believe me, I had a phone call in all those situations. So, emergency, never use. Detention, I use a lot. The detention is usually 2 hours free. And then after that, you usually get paid. But in this system, it says if you're delayed beyond 1 hour. So, you can argue about money, but you know how that usually turns out. So, settlements requests, work summary, I never use those. Home relocate, I've never used that. Outstanding transects, accident report, position update, never used those. Trailer yard check, never did that. Now, home time, where I'm talking about, right there. So you usually hit home time. If you ever want to go somewhere specific, or you want to go home, use this often, because if you simply tell your dispatcher, hey man, I want to go to Pennsylvania, York, Pennsylvania, or Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, first thing they're going to tell you is, did you put it in the machine? I hate this. This keeps popping up. When you get the deliveries and pick up, this is going to pop up all the time until you fill it out. Annoying messages, I can't stand. So, if you want to confirm your whole time, usually hit yes, and that's it. You hit send down here. If not, you hit no, request new date and time. Oops. No. You hit, there you go. Now it says, when do you want to be home? You hit that. Hold on. You gotta put in your month, date, year, even time. The time ain't really a big thing, but there's a difference between 8 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 10 o'clock at night. They kind of get the gist of when you want to be home. For how many hours? It'll only let you put up to 99 hours. Not saying you can't stay longer than 99 hours. That's just the max they got in the system. There's time I've been staying home for 168 hours. So, don't even worry about that. I put 99. I know I'm staying there that long. Appointment, I always hit yes. Why? That's because they tell you in orientation. Now, they ask you, do you want to go to your home address? Yes. They'll go off wherever information you gave off your license is your home address. If it's any different than your license, you will get flagged by safety, and you need to upgrade your address within 30 days. You do not want them problems. So, if you don't want to go to your home address, alternate city, let's say St. Louis. You type in Saint, the whole word, S-A-I-N-T, not S-T, St. Louis. In an alternate state, you type in, you can either use abbreviation MO, or you can spell out Missouri, it don't matter. And then you hit send. Once you do that, you'll notice in the loads you start got coming in, it's going to be passing you through those areas. So, of course, no, I don't want to save, just delete. And that's back to the home screen. If you got any questions about PeopleNet or something like that, or you know, you want to see an idea about that, hey, when that keeps popping up. That pops up like every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to ask, whoever the case is. About to get up out of here, get back on the road, head to my next pickup pre-plan. Thanks for tuning in. I'll come back at y'all later, man.